of people have asked about how to do a concealer, and this is the most common question that I get, because a lot of people are really good in doing foundations, doing blusher, doing everything else, but when it comes to concealer, they get stuck. They find it really hard to actually conceal their dark circles, and they end up looking really fatigued, really tired. So that's why I've decided to start my tutorials from concealers, because this is the very important, I think the most important part of your makeup routine. There are several purposes of concealer. Concealer comes in several forms as well. So first of all, the purpose of concealer mainly that I get asked about the most is dark circles, how to conceal dark circles. On the other hand, you can use the concealer to conceal your spots, to conceal your blemishes, to conceal your imperfections. That's something you don't like about yourself. And you can also use a concealer as a highlighter as well, because it can help you highlight your best features as well if you go a few shades down. So these are, for me, these are the three main purposes of concealer. And the most common one is to conceal your dark circles. So guys, before I start, I would like to mention 3 rules of makeup. The first one, I truly believe in that, and I think that is just such a true thing, that there is no rule to makeup. The first rule of makeup is there is no rule for makeup, because it's in your hand. It depends on you. If you want to do eyes first, cheeks first, foundation first, it's down to you. And it's different for everybody. So when we try and define rules for makeup, it doesn't work. It's an art, and art has no rules. Secondly, blending is the key. So no matter how you're doing your makeup, what you have applied first, just remember Elle said blending is the key. Because blending makes imperfections perfect. There shouldn't be any hard lines, there shouldn't be any harsh lines. No matter how heavy your contouring is, how heavy your highlighting is, if you just blend it well, eventually it will come across really good. And this is the rule that I actually work on all the time. So blending is the key. And the third rule, which is a bit of a trick as well, that powders always comes after creams. So you have to apply liquids, creams, gels, anything like a creamy material first, and then you come to powders. Do not do powders and then start doing creams on it. It will crack. So powders come after the cream, and if you remember these 3 rules, you will do the best job ever, no matter how you do it, no matter what you're using it. This is the essence of makeup. So the concealer I have chosen today is the MAC concealer, and the reason I've chosen MAC is because it's a really common brand. Everybody who doesn't know about anything or makeup, they know about MAC. So if it is affordable for you, definitely to start with, I'm showing this MAC one, but later on in other tutorials I will be bringing more brands. There's of course loads and loads of nice and beautiful concealers out there, but to start with, we'll start with MAC. And this is the MAC concealer, and it's called Studio Finish Concealer, and I've chosen NW20 for myself. Try to go 2 to 3 shades lighter than your skin tone, and then if you blend it well, it looks amazing, because it creates the illusion of highlight as well. So how to apply a concealer? So guys, let's start. I have started already applying the moisturizer under my eye area. It's really important to hydrate your area before you apply concealer, because you need to understand that this part of your skin is different from the rest of your face, and it needs extra TLC. So I have applied the moisturizer. If you want to have a look, what I have applied is Chanel Nutrition. You can use any moisturizer, doesn't need to be the same. It's because my skin is super dry these days, that's why I'm using this. Anyway, so now we have, as I showed you before, Studio Finish MAC NW20. Now the trick is, you have to apply, you know, where your eye bag is meeting your cheek, like that, in a triangle, and take it as close as you can. Doesn't need to be a perfect triangle, it's just a triangle. So where the line is, you know, your eyes bag is meeting your cheek, that line should be covered with the concealer. So first you draw that line and then you just literally fill it in. Now as you can see, I'm wearing a winged eyeliner today, so I'll go really close to the wing, creating the perfection there, and you will see my wing should be looking more intense now because we have highlighted underneath. So the dark color appears even darker. It's amazing. So this is a beauty blender by Real Techniques, by the way. It was a limited edition. You can use any beauty blender, it doesn't matter. Just damp the sponge a little bit before you, a tiny little bit before you use it. Not a lot, because if you damp it a lot, then it will actually rub the makeup. Another thing I would like to mention here, you are not supposed to rub it, you are supposed to dab it, so it sets in place. So guys, this is the basic concealer, but what I normally tend to do is after the concealer I apply my foundation. So for example, if you have to apply foundation, I will apply the foundation and I will not go all the way in. I will just start from, again, this line where your cheek is meeting your eye area, and then you just do your full foundation. Why I am emphasizing on this area a lot is because this is the place where it creates the illusion. Because a lot of people, what they do is they apply concealers and they apply the concealer just on the eye bags. So it basically creates highlight, and what happens is it highlights your eye bags. So if you apply your concealer on this line where I'm showing it to you now, where your eye bags are meeting your cheeks, it creates a highlight here. So it takes your attention away from your actual dark circles. So after your foundation, if you want, you can have another round of concealer if you're really being perfectionist, or you can set it with the powder. So now we are finished with our creams. Now we can apply powder. The powder I'm using, sorry I didn't show you, this is Laura Mercier translucent powder. It's a really good one of the best ones out there. And now I will just set it with the powder so it remains in place. Now you can do your blusher, the rest of your foundation, bronzer, that comes later. So guys, we have finished with our concealer. You can actually apply one more layer of the concealer if you really want like no dark circles at all, and otherwise it's finished. And then what you do is, after setting your concealer, you blend away all these lines, as we said in the beginning, as we mentioned in the beginning, that you have to blend everything that you have done. So first blend it with a beauty blender, and then basically you can use any bronzer that you normally use on your face to blend it even more, to get rid of any imperfections or any highlight effect. So guys, we have done that. Now I'm going to apply some blusher just to show you guys how to carry on with your makeup. To be honest guys, I haven't done the foundation all over, I haven't done the full face makeup here. I'm just showing you how to do the ideal and the easiest way of doing concealer. I hope you found it helpful, and please do let me know if you have any questions, anything that you would like to know. Next time I'm planning to do a concealer which is a high street, less expensive concealer, so everybody can buy it. Please let me know what is your price range so I can come up with something within that price range. Thank you so much for watching. Stay beautiful.